Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCS matchup.
79%. I agree. I mean, I'm definitely a fan of ease of execution. That's something that I really do think is important. I think, if you play the flag draft perfectly, it's very hard to do anything about it because they're just outranging you, they're poking you, they're dodging all your engage. But the reality is games are not played perfectly, right?
Yeah.
And having a lot of easy go buttons makes your win conditions very clear, right? You shoot out the Ashe arrow, you shoot out the Leon ult, you shoot out the Sejuani ult. You look for these go buttons, and if you connect on someone, which he will win.
And nicely timed as well. He gets the spear, so that makes the target hunted, and he gets the empowered takedown combined with smite, but all in 2v2 bot side potentially. Bussio's in trouble, forced to immediately flash, but he popped the ignite, which deters Immortals from continuing further as Masu gets some decent damage. Now Ole is forced to flash away, and Tactical could be next. Pops the barrier as well, and Masu just might go all in on this one. Pops the cleanse, flashes backwards, and it's first blood going to Masu, but Tactical might try and follow Bussio over the wall. Oh, the last minion auto is not enough to take him down.
Man, that was really in chat.
It's still 60% above.
Oh yeah, yours. We're talking about pro here.
Oh, no. It's like at least close to 0%.
Close to 0%. Not
Engage onto Bussio. Glacial Prison hits him. The arrow connects as well, and he tries to go through the magical journey, but he's getting interrupted by Armeo. He can't walk through the Pig Rider, and Mask will pick up the kill. And now Inspired, he's deciding whether he wants to contest for the objective with the amount of CC on the side of Immortals. There's no way that he's going back in that pit. Immortals taking the second dragon of the game as well.
Okay, Immortals, that CC was actually so clean on Bussio as well for Bussio.
Yeah.
Not like a first item, but definitely working towards that could be quite nice.
Whoa! Flash Zenith Blade from Faga and Ole, and they land it all on Inspired, but he's got the pounce, but now he has to deal with Castle's Gnar, who's running him down, and Tactical gets the last kill credit on that one. Immortals are on...
TP, so you know what? They've decided we can't actually do anything here. Bussio's going to push top, and they're just going to give it.
Immortals are now positive about Immortals. It's an ad.
Curious.
Insider. Bias caster. Oh my goodness. Hashtag say something positive about Immortals challenge. I'm trying my best. Now, 3-man dive onto Castle potentially, but the arrow is good. It's right onto Quad, and he slams him into the wall. Castle with the Gnar ulti, but the all-out from Bwipo is now going to isolate him, and he's running to the safety of his comrades. Tempered Fate will stall Armeo, but not Castle, which is perfect from Bussio, as that allows him to get the isolated kill on the top lane of Immortals. Armeo is forced to flash over the wall. Ole is also running for the hills.
Honestly, it kind of looked like that all-out was just about to save Castle. He took him away from the rest of his team after they killed that tower. So I was thinking Castle might have been able to get out, but he actually backstepped on the Bardal. It's interesting because I feel like if he stayed in the Bardal, he
should
might have been able to actually live.
This split so far is against Shopify Rebellion,
who apparently is their toughest scrim competition.
That part is crazy to me.
That is crazy to me. That was surprising because, yeah, they stomped them. That was the first series of the split, though. So quite a while ago.
Yeah.
So maybe they're kind of doing differently now in scrims, but either way, it is going to be a good spot in the game here for Immortals. 2 minutes until potential soul. Quad and Bussio trying to look to chase him down.
They know that Armeo doesn't have flash, so they're trying to maintain the chase. A deep teleport is coming in for FlyQuest as well, and Armeo already recognizes that he is doomed to die, so he does not want to hold the rest of his team liable. But Quad is now looking to join the rest of FlyQuest as the Tempered Fate will lock down Ole. Bussio gets the Cosmic Chime or Binding down for the slow and easy pickup for Inspired. FlyQuest have just taken 2 members off of Immortals. Baron is alive for the taking.
I cannot imagine they're just going to give this for free. I feel like surely you need to test here. And
there's a teleport. Yeah, Castle almost at full rage, so he can get a really nice Gnar ulti. Mask goes in. Emperor's Divide on the left side. Can Castle get in there? But he whiffs! The rest of FlyQuest now just have to play survival. It's 1400 HP on the Baron. Who's going to get it? Immortals! Wait, was that Masu? How did Masu get the Baron?
Over the wall? He actually got it over the wall. He wasn't dead. He was over the wall there at the back of the pit. No jungler was in the pit.
Win off of against FlyQuest. There's still flashes on Quad and Masu, but Inspired has no flash, so he's an easier target to lock down. Let that be the focus for this fight.
And Castle has no Gnar bar, so he's really got to try to charge this up, but he's getting very low. The poke is brutal.
Mask goes in, and Ole is leading up with the charge as well. Tempered Fate buys some time on the backline. Bussio's chunked out of the fight, but he goes over the wall with Magical Journey. Quad forced to flash as well. 2k HP on the Dragon. It is secured for FlyQuest. Castle about to go Mega, but he can't get in range. He's too low. And Bussio, how did he dodge it from the portal? That is crazy. crazy.
Yeah, he gets into the portal, and then once you're traveling, you are immune. He gets out of there. Olay dies. Oh, that is rough for Immortals. They came down from Leona. Tactical's getting a lot of work done. Did force out the flash from Whippo, but once the channel completes, you are immune to damage. The channel completes there. We are back to live.
Yeah, and Castle just sniped off Bustio. The arrow hits quad. He doesn't have flash. The rest of Immortals charge on in and laid down the CC follow-up. Another kill for Immortals. Masu could be next as he tries to stand on the blast cone, and Arcane shifts away. But the rest of Immortals are going to look to... Oh! True shot barrage did so much damage. Popped Tactical, and that might have just saved FlyQuest from losing this tier 1.
Man, the sniper Masu steals the Baron, snipes the kill here with the ulti. Really nicely done. It was looking again like Immortals were going to get a lot from that fight, but at the end of the day, we're only able to go 1 for 1. They did get too comfortable, the coaches, just yet.
I'd be stressed too. And a FlyQuest Tempered Fate does not hit Tactical, but it just zones him away from defending the tier 2. And now FlyQuest are going to back off for now, knowing that Armeo is on the other side of that, able to get any damage onto Castle. It might proc the Mega Gnar too early, and it's procced. As long as FlyQuest just stall out the fight, Castle will not have it for the remainder once they try to fight the actual dragon. And Whippo chases him off. Quad was hit by the Glacial Prism, but gets out. Nice third Q strike from Whippo. It finds Mask, and the Tempered Fate is beautiful. FlyQuest just found a massive fight on an Immortals, and this could be game.
Yeah, it looks like it just might be. FlyQuest decimate the fight. The poking, the prodding, they forced out every cooldown from Immortals for nothing. The Glacial Prison came out. The Mega Gnar was already used. FlyQuest crushed the fight, pushed forward. They're looking to take the game.
It was an impressive early game showing for Immortals, but FlyQuest find the one fight that they need to end the game, and they're going to take it all the way through the Nexus. FlyQuest, even after break, showing that they are not missing a beat as they take game 1 from Immortals.
After a little bit more of padding the stats here, this is honestly such a strong game there.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCS matchup.
Is that even if you do get dove, you can likely use your passive to kind of clear this out. They're going to scout. They see that the jungler is not there on that side of the map. It is cleared up, so we'll see Armeo likely to start this one out.
Armeo engages with the Winter's Wrath, immediate flash by Whippo, and Armeo walks it out. Just one more auto attack from Castle, and clean dive only at the cost of 1 flash from Armeo. First blood drawn for Immortals.
Yeah, nicely done there by Immortals. They make the dive happen. Thankfully for Whippo, again, utilizes the passive, gets the entire...
Lucio to start up this dragon. It is the first one of the game, and Grubs have just barely spawned, or they will spawn now. So this is really strong tempo from FlyQuest. I don't know if they'll have a chance to contest for Grubs right away.
It's just about you can kind of sustain and stay around. Very likely you're not really at a high risk of being dove here.
Now Whippo might be in trouble.
No ult.
Armeo is here for the play, and he flashes away. He's going to try to get away from Castle, but with the Hyper Proc passive, he gets movement speed from it, and Whippo is getting run into Immortals' own jungle, so it doesn't look like Whippo's going to get out of this one. It will just be an eventual kill. Now, you just got to be careful about okay. Got to be careful about the undead passive from Whippo and all of them. Run Skelter, make sure that you can't get into the pit and stall the Rift Herald take. The second dragon is getting burned down by Inspired on the flip side of the map. I don't think there's going to be any chance for a contest from FlyQuest to stop Immortals from taking this Rift Herald, so it's just another exchange of neutral objectives. The second dragon, hang on. Whippo's coming in with the ulti. It is smited by Armeo, but...
Didn't get the eye.
He needs to pick up the... Okay. That would have been so tragic if they could not actually get the eye. Inspired is going to get a decent amount of damage done, but nothing lethal.
Yeah, they ended up chasing after Olay. I feel like they
should have enough time to knock out this tier 1 on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, going to be working away on that. Second Triforce completed on the Immortals side, as it was picked up there by Mask. So, going to be able to finish this off. One more auto will do it, and that is first tower.
FlyQuest into this conundrum where if Whippo cannot get strong enough to withstand Castle in the side lane, then FlyQuest are going to have to start forcing unfavorable fights for them just to make sure that Castle doesn't take their entire base.
Almost everyone is saying Grubs. I saw a few people saying depends on the team, which I think is fair. You know, if you have a really heavily scaling team and you think you can work towards Soul, you know, then maybe that is more valuable. It definitely looks like most people are on the Grubs. The Grubs just feel so good to use, honestly, in your games. They are so nice, especially if you can get the double grub spawn, if you can get actually all 6. But 5 and a Herald is a lot of early gold.
That's a flash from Mask, but the Temper Fate will land if Whippo can get in range to look for a Q, but Ole is doing everything he can to buy time for Mask to get out, but the Pyroclasm lands anyway. They managed to trade one back onto Busio, but it's still a 2-for-1 advantage for FlyQuest.
Yeah, Castle is pushing down on bot. We'll see if he can get anything there. Looks like not really, as Quad just going to take the Hex Gate out to defend that tier 2. They do get chip damage on the tier 2 top, but they can't actually finish it off. And unfortunately,
we know that previous problems for Immortals just came down to indecisiveness and being able to execute when the time came for it.
well, they're trying to rush this Dragon, so we'll see if they can make it happen.
5k HP on the Dragon. Inspired steps up. 4k. Glacial Prison goes wide. Doesn't hit Inspired. Hits Busio instead. They're going to turn right onto Mask and Brute Force through the front. Mask gets picked off. Tempered Fade right onto Armeo. Castle is bullied off of the fight, and he's about to go Mega, but it's a little too late now since Immortals don't have any other members that can really follow up, as Inspired smites the Dragon, and Castle is pushed back into the corner, gets one Gnar ulti off and will at least delay the inevitable death from his side, but FlyQuest just making it look so easy to win this fight.
Man, FlyQuesters are just so much better in the 5v5. They are slamming Immortals when it comes to these setup fights.
But right now, there's only a couple wards that they've managed to brute force their way back into their own jungle quadrant, while FlyQuest taking their recall for now, and they should be able to get redeploy on the map as Armeo forced to flash, Q's over the wall to safety, but now down to Summoner Spell. Ole caught in the middle of all 5 members. Super Mega Inferno Bomb, decent damage down and Inspired, but Ole still falls. Castle looks for the ulti, but Flash by Quad dodges it. Now Castle's in trouble. Mask trying to fire over the wall. Maybe he can find one onto Inspired, but the Tempered Freight from Busio will save his jungler for now. Tactical is forced to flash in to decimate the jungler of FlyQuest, but now Tactical is overextended and he's in trouble. And the Cosmic Binding sets up another kill for Tactical as Armeo tries to come over the wall to bail out his bot laner. Tactical is able to Satchel Charge over. This is such a scrappy, a messy fight, but FlyQuest are still running the show.
Yeah, Tactical trying to run for it. We'll see if he can get out of there. Is going to be able to Hexgate back to safety, so does survive. And will actually TP over towards mid lane to try to cover here. Masu does have to be a little bit careful, but going to be fine as both...
A one-way ticket into the pit if he wants to challenge for a steal. Whippo and Inspired are currently burning down the Baron, but they're ready to turn since Quad and Busio are already looping around through the right lip of that pit. And Castle is about to go Mega, trying to hunt down Whippo. Glacial Prison goes really wide. Tactical zone out of the fight. He doesn't have flash, so it's not safe for him to step up. He has to go back around that other wall as Whippo zones off Castle. Temper Fate is huge onto the back line for 2 members. Cosmic Binding forces Mask to Valkyrie away. Masu still maintaining position in the mid. Ole finds a member onto Masu, but forces him to flash away. Busio able to magical journey out, and now they're repositioning for the fight. Whippo steps up alongside Inspired. Massive damage, and the Pyroclasm is going to do so much work. Look at the health bars dropping, and Quad comes in for the resets. Goomba stopping every single one. FlyQuest just picked up an ace for nothing.
5 for 0 there for FlyQuest. Oh my god, the start of the fight was looking pretty good for Immortals as Castle chunked Whippo out so low, but Whippo is able to actually immune the Mega Gnar ulti with his own ulti. Healing back up. They land this stun over on the Mask. They're pushing him back, but we're back to live and we're back to a fight for soul.
Dragon is aggroed. Whippo leading the charge against Armeo. Castle looping around on the left side, has Mega Gnar starting to build up. Inspired sees him on the ward, tries to zone him out. Castle about to go Mega. 7,000 HP in the Dragon Pit, 5k. Busio looking for an angle with the Tempered Fate. 2k HP. Armeo trying to burn this Dragon down. Tempered Fate goes in, but Armeo gets the smite. Castle whiffs the ulti on Inspired, but as you called out, Quad is just destroying the inhibitor in the mid lane, and FlyQuest, if they can stop the ports, they can just look to end the game. The arrow doesn't hit. Tactical gets out. The TP saves Immortals' game and their base from crumbling, but FlyQuest are still going to look to hunt down more members from Immortals as they try to turn onto Masu under the tower. It's a good pick from Immortals, but they lose Ole in the process. Whippo still leading the charge, looking for Mask. They know that he doesn't have flash. Quad jumps in. Glacial Prison is great for Armeo. Mask is still surviving. The explosive charge finally takes him down with the help of Inspired, but Busio and Whippo are super deep in between these 2 towers, and FlyQuest have overextended their welcome since Tactical is now here to join the fight and will push Whippo off.
Man, FlyQuest are just diving past the tier 2 there. Whippo was tanking it up, but they didn't have that much damage, and when Quad goes down, they turn on him. It's just done.
Yep. But FlyQuest still have a massive advantage that they surely should be able to close the game with. Yeah, they did not get Dragon Soul, but Immortals are facing such a heavy gold deficit right now that any fight that FlyQuest just forces, they could win outright just through the power of Wall of Diff, as Bwipo already transitioning his power from mid into the jungle, and they might pick off Armeo here. He has Flash, but the CC layering does not give him a chance to get out, and Castle could be next. Bwipo stepping up. The Q is interrupted by Castle's wallop. He walks out. He has the flash, so he's still safe, but FlyQuest continuing the siege into the base.
Yeah, able to get an easy pick there onto Armeo, who was trying to get into his own.
A more composed FlyQuest squad after what we saw in game 1, since Immortals had such a huge lead, and it seemed like that game could have easily been won by them, as Armeo tanks up the initial CC. Oh wow, the Onslaught of Shadows, or Bwipo's ulti, gets in there, and goodbye Mask. He is done for. Ole is going to be next. Quad getting the resets as Masu picks up another kill. Inspired just zoning off Armeo, forcing him to flash, while the rest of FlyQuest just run down the rest of Immortals. About to be a 5-for-0 ace. FlyQuest, I mean, what can else we say, Azale? This was the expected outcome. Immortals had a decent look in the early game, but FlyQuest just showing up as the better team.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Inspired and Bwipo laughing it up on the player cams, feeling good about this one. FlyQuest are going to take the 2-0 over Immortals.
These were the best highlights from today's LCS matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.